What's up, you guys? It's AD again, and this is a follow-up to my previous Ningguang video where I'm just going to show you her actual damage output. In the last video, I didn't have her really leveled up that much. I took some time, leveled her up a bit, upgraded some of her talents, didn't upgrade Jade's screen, even though it's absolutely insane with the damage scaling. And I'm just going to show you how much damage she actually does to bosses. Some of these clips are going to have Mona for some damage amplification and like burst combos, but and I also have Bennet, but a couple of them are just going to be Ningguang's damage straight up, just so you guys can actually see. So we're going to drop down here. I'll just show you it on the Pyro Regisvine real quick, so we can get this nuke down. I think it might be faster actually if I hit it with Mona. Gotta dodge this stuff first. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop Mona's ult, and then I'm going to put this down. I actually might have just screwed it up, but doesn't matter. Should die either way. Boop, boop. And that's it. I mean, Ningguang is like, she's legit a nuclear missile. I might as well actually, let me just hop into, you guys can see me ding 40 right here. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. That's Ningguang, guys. She hurts. I'm going to show you some other clips real quick, and then I will go into her, you know, the setup that I have with her. That time I popped Mona's ult, and for what Mona does, if you guys don't know, her ultimate allows for a tiny bit of damage amplification, applies only, which gives a damage bonus to the attack that caused it. So I hit it with Ningguang's ult, and obviously that does a ton of damage all at once. But the problem was, in my example that I just showed you, I accidentally hit the boss with Ningguang's E instead, so I didn't get the damage amplification on the ult. Otherwise, it would have just been... So really what you just saw was Ningguang's pure damage against the boss without Mona's ult actually amplifying her ultimate. But still does a ton of damage. Mona's more for just style points because it really makes it so the boss like explodes. But yeah, let me just hop over to some other clips so that you can see other examples.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine. Everybody stand back. Decided by destiny. It's not. It's not.
As far as artifacts and everything are concerned, and my general gear, I consider it to be far from optimal. Far from what I actually would want. But again, I tossed this build together within like a day just so I could show you guys her actual, you know, damage output remotely. So if you're starting out, Berserker and some Gladiator piece, or Berserker and the Brave set 2-piece, I would consider a passable set bonus to go for, because it increases her crit rate and her attack percentage. In total right now, I'm sitting at 71% crit and 80% crit damage. Ideally, I would want the crit damage to be like double this. And you can definitely do that if you farm for like 5-star artifacts, but you guys just saw me ding AR40, so I haven't got the chance to do that yet, obviously. My geo damage is at 78%. This comes from one artifact that I have, and her she innately scales with geo damage when you ascend her. So I think if I look right here, she gains, yeah, so 46% right now. So 46 plus the artifact I'm going to show you. Ideally, you would want to get like probably 2 pieces of the geo set and 2 pieces of gladiator, but don't have it. So what I'm running with right now, Berserker's Rose, crit damage, crit rate. Lucked out on the crit damage getting amplified on this one, but overall not really that great of a piece. Gladiator's Destiny. This you can kind of tell. I mean, 4.7% attack is nice. The crit rate's nice, but really, you know, defense, you don't want defense. For the Berserker's Timepiece, this is where you can clearly tell I was just trying to get some stuff together because, you know, all of this is basically useless except for 2.5% crit, and 2.5% crit is not useful, but it lets me get the 12% crit from Berserker, so I ran with it. This is probably my best artifact piece for a period. I mean, I could not ask for a better roll on this. Geo damage bonus, attack, crit damage, attack percentage, and crit rate. I mean, like, really, that is fantastic. If it wasn't Lava Walker's Epiphany, then it would be like absolutely 100% never touch it again, but it's a 4-star and it's Lava Walker's Epiphany, so I kind of have to build all my builds around that if it makes sense. So that one is definitely staying on there, but it's nice. And the last one, Gladiator's Triumphus. This great crit damage roll, great crit rate roll. I lucked out with that one. These two substats are not useful, obviously, but it gives me the attack percentage 2-piece set. This is just like a quest reward or whatever, you know, from doing the adventure book, because again, I haven't had time to farm anything else. But overall, giving me a decent amount of crit rate, a large amount of attack, and my weapon is Lost Prayer to Sacred Winds. This is just Refinement Rank 1. It's a 5-star. This will be in the rate up banner. If depending on when you're watching this, tomorrow's when the Klee banner should drop. I believe this is one of the rated up weapons. So if you're running Ningguang, I think that this is hands down probably her best weapon. She scales phenomenally with crit, but in all these videos, she's not even, the weapon isn't even ascended to like rank 4 or rank 5 yet. It's just stuck at 60 because I didn't want to invest a ton of weapon materials before I figured out who I was going with. But this bonus damage is really nice, 8% times 4, and it's permanent as long as you don't switch her out. I mean, it's huge. Additional crit rate makes it so you don't have to focus as much on crit rate in the artifacts. You really want to be focusing on crit damage if you can help it. But that pretty much covers all of her gear itself. I went into it a bit in the last video, but I leveled it up more. Her Star Shatter is at 148% damage per gem, which is huge. If you cast that next to her Jade Screen, it shoots out more gems. Jade Screen, I haven't leveled this up at all. This is purely from Constellation leveling, and it's at 288%, so I could level this up to 9 as well, and this probably hits 400% damage scaling, which is outrageous. Her normal attack, 244% charge attack damage, plus the 3 star gems, star jades that you shoot out, which each do 69.4%. But if you have her, you know, I have her max constellation. Everybody knows this, I think, from my last video. Really, the main damage amplifying things from that are her Grandeur of the 7 Stars, which is our last one. It makes it so you can go past the Star Jade cap. So once I pop the ult, I've got 7 Star Jades. I can go and do my charge attack, and it hits them with 7 times that 70%, essentially, which is another huge boost of damage. But please do not let that dissuade you. That this is, you know, C6. You can look in my last comment section. You can look in this comment section. I'm sure there will be a bunch of Ningguang mains saying like, yo, I'm only C0, but I'm still hitting super hard. Or I'm only C1. Like, it doesn't, I mean, it obviously helps a ton, but her damage output is ridiculous regardless. If you're just like C1, this alone makes a huge deal when you're actually dealing with like mobs. It doesn't really apply to bosses that much, but with regular monsters, it's a huge help. And I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to see next. I'm open to suggestions. You know, I've wheeled out on a bunch of these people. I've gotten a lot of constellations on a lot of characters, and I've got every character. So if you want to see something, please let me know. I'm going to be putting out I'll try and put out like a burst video so you guys can see different burst combinations. I guess I will just speak real quick to Mona. Because in some of those clips I use her ult. Her ult gives you a damage bonus. I haven't really leveled her up at all. She doesn't have like any actual like good gear on her. She's just kind of there. But this allows you to increase your attack percentage by by just your base attack when you switch over, which can be nice if you're trying to burst people down. But the artifacts, I don't have anything on her. This just gives you damage amplification, which is obviously nice, but as you could see in a couple of my clips, I didn't even use it, but that's something that's beneficial. So I hope you guys like this. Please let me know if you, what you want to see next. Adam D, out.